We all know that yoga is for everyone, for men and for women, for boys and girls. But a while back I started developing the theory that certain practices were better suited for women, and especially certain practices for different ages or stages of a woman's life. And I probably discovered that in retrospect, having gone through various stages myself. So I started yoga 40 years ago, and that took me from my menstruating years into perimenopause and menopause and postmenopause. And I discovered that yoga was very helpful for me at all those different stages. And probably like a lot of people tell me these days, yoga is something that they wish they'd started earlier. I think yoga is a great thing for women to learn even when they're in puberty, or maybe especially at that stage, when their biochemistry is changing so radically. So a lot of the instability that I would have experienced when I was a teenager, the sensitivity that I had, the physical changes would have been put into a better perspective if I'd had yoga then. And I think that's what's possible for us to teach teenagers. I've done that with high school students who've kind of got themselves back on a more even keel because they could do certain practices. And then 20 and 30-year-olds, maybe into their 40s, in that stage when they're developing their careers, setting up households, having families, those menstruating years. I think when a woman can do practices that help her with her menstrual period, it makes her go through those periodic times a lot more healthily and happily. PMS is something that can be helped with yoga, and
right up until the early 20th century, to be a woman practitioner of yoga, you actually had to leave your family.
Women are included in a list of obstacles, things like filthy water, rotten food, that men would want to avoid.
So many female teachers now is really wonderful, for women especially.